What's up, guys? This is Dillio, aka Dillio T2K, representing DillioT2K.com. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing a kimono, it's because I just came from Japan Fest and I had a great time and I had to scoop myself one up because I am a fan of Japanese culture. Now let's get right into it. This video is about my thoughts about the Native Instruments Maschine MK3 controller. You already know about it. You've probably seen a bunch of other people who do tracks on YouTube do their videos on it, and I haven't done my video on it. And now this is the video you want to see. You want to hear my thoughts. I want to express my thoughts and share them. You know what to do. Leave your thoughts and comments right in the below section, and make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, all that good stuff. Make sure you do that. Please help a brother out. So let's talk about it. So Native Instruments has finally released a new controller for their Maschine lineup. It's called the MK3, and there's a couple of things that stand out from it. They've redesigned the whole thing from the ground up. It has a built-in audio interface. It's got two color screens, more sensitive pads, a touch strip, and a four-dimensional, sorry I got something in my eye, a four-dimensional jog wheel controller on there, which is probably good for browsing sounds and stuff like that, which is great. And I think that probably the team at Native Instruments was really excited to make this product and come out with something new. I'm quite sure they were shaking each other's hands and all that good stuff. And from what I could tell, it looks like a pretty cool controller. I think it's great that they've done this, but you know, I gotta do my own thoughts about it, how they may conflict with what I think Native Instruments is trying to go. The time has gone by. You know, I've talked about Native Instruments Maschine for a long time, and I kind of always wonder what is going on, because I know you and me, we've asked for a lot of features that they still have not featured in there. The song arrangement has been updated, but it's still not a very fun and easy thing to do. There's still a lot of steps to me that you kind of got to go through to make arrangements on there. And so, you know, I think about the intentions of Native Instruments. What are they trying to do? Are they not trying to be the go-to, the one-stop shop for music production? Because at this point, I don't think they are. I mean, the last update that they did was like a little bass synthesis engine that was in there, which is great to integrate that. But I thought that Massive was plenty. But of course, you know, they're going to move in the direction they want to go. And I think that at this point, they're not really trying to be the one-stop shop for music production. The reason I say that is because they still yet to include a lot of the basic features that I've talked about for many years, and which I'm kind of at the point I don't want to talk about, which is why I kind of was slow to make this video in the first place, because everything I've said has stood and is still the same thing. We still don't have real-time time stretching. We still don't have fine or the automation parameters that should be there. There still is a long way to go. I think they are trying to be a groove production suite, which is great, but I think they're around to complement everything else. So it's like have Maschine but use it with Ableton, have Maschine and use it with FL Studio, have Maschine and use it with Logic, have Maschine but use it with Studio One 3. And I think that's where they're going right now, because I have to kind of ask myself, what are their intentions? How come they're still not doing things with the software? Really, at this point, being a Maschine user for the length of time that I have been, the only thing that would really get me excited about this platform now is software updates. And from what I could tell from the other side of the train tracks with FL Studio, they seem to be very aggressive in doing updates. Albeit, I feel like they lag a little bit with their finishing that up. That seems to be a long, laboring process for them. I personally feel that maybe it's a back burner project for them to finish FL Studio for the Mac, but it's their software they're going to do how they want to do it, the same way with Native Instruments with this platform right here. I mean, I absolutely love Maschine, but I'm kind of getting to the point to where I'm kind of tired of waiting for them to do certain things that I want them to do. Of course, I'm just one guy, one producer, still going after opportunities that may not be the most popular, and I don't have plaques on the wall yet. I don't have a lot of those things, but I really feel like I have valid points. And so as I move forward towards the end of this year and I finish up my album, things like that, I may start trying to work more solely on FL Studio and try to work more in Ableton Live. And the only reason I'm thinking about going that direction is so I can kind of stop waiting for features that I want. I mean, for a long time, Maschine has been my favorite music production place of choice, but now it's like I'm kind of done talking about it on YouTube, to be honest with you. I'm kind of done running a couple points to the ground about this stuff, and going back to Maschine, because that's what this video is about. You know, I think that if you haven't bought MK2 and you haven't bought a Maschine Studio, then this is the time to get a Native Instruments Maschine. Plus, you can save space because the audio interface is already there. But if you already have audio interface right where you want it to be at, you got everything else you might want to be, it might end up being a little redundant for you. But otherwise, you know, I think it's a really cool piece of software. If you haven't ran into Maschine before, you're interested in it, this is a great time to get it, because I really do think that the controller offers you some nice things. Like, they got a touch strip now. I think that's really cool. I'm sure that can be fun. But at this stage in my production career, it's not something that I personally need, but I think it's cool for someone else who maybe has never got into it. At this point, I'm about to start experimenting with other music production software to kind of figure out what fits home for me. You know, a lot of people like to ask me, what's my favorite? I don't really have a favorite. I just use what I like to use when I like to use it. And I don't box myself to, you know, for a long time I wanted to make something my favorite. I wanted to make Maschine my favorite. But again, my thought process and what I want isn't necessarily what the company wants, and that's fine, because they're nice people over there. I've met some people from there, and I believe that where they're going makes them happy, but unfortunately the direction that they're going makes them happy, but it doesn't particularly make me happy for music production. And that's okay. That's why we have options. That's why we have Ableton, Logic, Studio One, FL Studio, and all these other things to maybe fit what we like, you know. So again, I guess in closing, to finish this video up, I think that it's great they came out with another controller, but I really want to see them go more aggressively in creating more rapid updates on their software. I think that would really turn things around, but alas, they want to focus on hardware. It's their thing, but as they continue to focus more on hardware and slowly upgrade their software, I'm going to try to experiment with other music making platforms to see where I can find a better fit for my creativity, and try to find a better place that has more capacity for what my creative mind has and I want to put down. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave your comments and thoughts in the video below. Make sure you like this video and check out DillioT2K.com. I have presets for sale for Massive. If you like some original presets that I designed, that's great for trap soul, neo soul, R&B. If you don't know anything about music production, but you're interested in reading about what I feel that can help you out from the ground up, make sure you hit up DillioT2K.com and check out my ebook called Producer Basics. The links are in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos from Dillio, representing DillioT2K.com.
This video is sponsored by Khemikals, a preset library from Massive including pads, leads, bass sounds, and more. Be sure to visit DillioT2K.com to hear it live and pick up your copy today.